Thank you, Chair. I'll go through the list of members. Please indicate if you're present when I call your name. Mayor Kay Gallego, Mayor Freeman, Chair Hartke.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Hermosillo.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Osborne.
Present.
Thank you. Mayor Wires.
I'm here.
Thank you. Mayor Wheatley.
Present.
Thank you. Chair, we have quorum.
Great. Thank you so much. Call to the audience. Do we have anything that we need to pay attention to in this meeting or others?
Thank you, Chair. For the RCP Board of Directors, we have received no public comments.
Okay, thank you so much. Moving to item 3, there is no informational items for this meeting. Item 4 is approval of the consent agenda. Items 4A, approval of the October 15th, 2024 meeting minutes is on the consent agenda. Do any members of the committee have questions or request an edit to the minutes? Hearing none. Prior to approval of the consent agenda, there is opportunity for members of the public, but you said we have none to address with this meeting. Is there a motion to approve consent item 4A?
So moved. Mayor Hermosillo.
Thank you.
Mayor Wheatley, second.
All right, we have a motion and a second who have named themselves. Please, for those participating in the meeting, participate in the voice vote by turning on your cameras, unmuting your audio. We need to see faces because you're all such good-looking people. And for those who don't want to turn on their cameras, staff will conduct a call vote. So please leave your cameras on until staff indicates we have gone through this properly. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed say nay.
Thank you, Chair, and members of the RCP Board of Directors. I'll go down the list of members from who I didn't hear. Mayor Freeman, how do you vote? Mayor Freeman, we couldn't hear you. Oh, okay. We see that Mayor Freeman votes yes. And Mayor Gallego, how do you vote?
I vote aye.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. The motion carries.
Great. Thank you so much. Item number 5 is the Regional Community Partners Annual Update. Amy St. Peters, our Community Initiatives Director, has a presentation for us. Amy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. I appreciate this time to share this update with you. Just as a reminder, Regional Community Partners is our 501c3 agency within the MAG structure, and it's focused to be able to and grants. This has come in handy over the past number it's been around. For example, over the years, we've been able to address domestic violence, aging, housing, and homelessness more directly, and in thanks to being able to receive these additional grants and support. If we can go to the next slide, please. Now, these areas of focus over the years do change depending on what the needs and the opportunities are. So we have 2 main areas of focus right now. One is connecting older adults to healthcare. This is being done through our people-oriented transportation linkages for underserved communities, or potluck. The goal of this program is to connect older adults to healthcare primarily through telemedicine services. We're undertaking this in 3 main areas. The first is to establish telemedicine hubs in community locations. I'm excited to be able to share with you this. The City of Phoenix is working on opening up a telemedicine hub at one of their senior centers, and they have a great partnership that's being developed with ASU School of Nursing. So it's just a really good example of how each partner is bringing their strengths and their resources to the table, and we're able to do more because of all these different partners coming together. In terms of the vans, we are in the process right now of retrofitting vans to be able to offer telemedicine services. Winslow Indian Healthcare, this is a statewide initiative. So Winslow Indian Healthcare is working on being able to retrofit their mobile health van to be able to offer telemedicine services. This is a really critical component, particularly in the rural area that they serve, and particularly for the older adults who have low incomes in that area. When telemedicine services are not available or perhaps not appropriate, We are also offering rides. And so Valley Assistance Services in Southeastern Arizona is under contract with the Southeastern Government Organization, our sister agency in Southeastern Arizona. And they will be providing rides as well as telemedicine appointments. So we're connecting older adults in urban areas, rural areas, primarily older adults with low incomes who need help accessing their healthcare appointments, either through telemedicine or through direct transportation services. This is possible thanks to a grant from Humana in the amount of $252,000 over 2 years. We have received the first payment for the first installation of that grant of $126,000, and that is being deployed to offer services in these 3 areas. We're thankful to a broad array of support from a number of really talented partners across the state. Next slide, please. The second main area of focus is strengthening access to housing, particularly housing options that are affordable for folks. This is possible thanks to 2 different grants received. One in the amount of $500,000 from the JP Morgan Chase Foundation. The second for a grant of $150,000 from the Nina Mason Pulliam Charitable Trust. Sapna Gupta has been the lead on this project and is doing a fantastic job of delivering results. We are undertaking this work through three main categories. The first would be developing an inventory. That inventory came directly from local and tribal governments, letting us know what most interested them in terms of being able to build and preserve housing that is affordable. From there, we're able to competitively procure technical assistance from the Matrix Design Group, and they are working with 7 different communities right now to offer them technical assistance, and they're doing so in the areas that the communities have identified, and doing so in a variety of ways that benefits from the community. The 7 communities to receive technical assistance include Buckeye, El Mirage, Goodyear, Phoenix, Scottsdale, Surprise, and Tolleson. By December of this year, we will have a final report that will allow other communities beyond those 7 just mentioned to be able to adapt and replicate the tools and the lessons learned developed through the provision of this technical assistance. So we're very excited about this program. It's addressing a critical need in all of our communities. And we are looking forward to that final report coming at the end of this calendar year. That completes my presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions or to receive any direction that you might have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amy. Do any members have questions or comments? Hearing none, moving on to item number 6, which is the proposed regional community partners bylaws. This is on the agenda for action, will be presented by Audra Koster-Thomas, Assistant Executive Director. Audra.
Thank you, Chairman, members of the board. As Amy just introduced, Regional Community Partners is a 501c3 first established back in the year 2000. Upon a recent review of the bylaws, we identified several needed updates associated with the bylaws, including reflecting the composition of the board of directors, meeting schedule, and maintenance of committee activities and records. Pursuant to Article 10 of the bylaws to the board on May 16th for consideration at today's board meeting. Today, we seek your consideration and are recommending approval of the proposed bylaws that include also some simplification of the actual board operations as well. Chairman Harkey and members of the board, that concludes my presentation. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Audra. Any questions or comments? Hearing none and understanding we have no comments related to this, is there a motion to approve the proposed regional community partners bylaws?
Motion to approve.
Who is that from?
Eric Osborne.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Osborne. Mayor Osborne, and second, please.
Mayor Freeman.
All right, Mayor Freeman. Thank you. Please again, turn on your cameras, unmute your audio. All in favor, say aye.
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 Those
Aye.
opposed, say nay. All right, staff, where we're at.
Thank you, Chair. All the cameras were on, mics were on, the motion carries.
Great. Item number 7 is request for future agenda items. Do we have any? Item 8, comments or announcements from the membership. And with that, we will adjourn our Regional Community Partners Board of Directors Now we will convene the MAG Information Center Board of Directors meeting. Hello, I'd like to call this meeting to order. This is the MAG Information Center Board of Directors. Please state your name when making a comment or asking a question. Let's begin with a roll call.
Thank you, Chair. I'll go through the list of members. Please indicate if you're present when I call your name. Mayor Gallego.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Freeman.
Present.
Thank you. Chair Hartke.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Hermosillo.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Osborne.
Present.
Thank you. Mayor Wires.
Mayor.
Thank you. Mayor Wheatley.
Present.
Thank you. Chair, we have quorum.
Thank you so much. Please tell us where we are at with comments, written comments, etc., with this particular meeting.
Thank you, Chair. There are no written comments or any comments on any other agenda item for this Magic Board of Directors meeting.
Great. Thank you so much. Item number 3, we have no information items again. Item number 4 is approval of the consent agenda. Item 4A is the approval of the June 17th, 2024 meeting minutes. As I mentioned on consent, do any members of the committee have questions or request an edit to the minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve consent item 4A? Please again, turn your cameras on, yada, yada, yada.
So moved, Mayor Hermosillo.
All right,
Second.
Mayor Hermosillo, and who was the second, please?
Second, Mayor Wheatley.
Mayor Wheatley, thank you too. All right, everyone is quickly turning their cameras on. If we have a voice vote, all in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. All right, staff, how'd we do?
Thank you, Chair. The motion carries.
Excellent, thank you so much. Item 5, Maricopa Association of Governments Information Center Annual Update. This is on the agenda for information discussion. Jason Howard, GIS Program Manager, will present the update. Jason.
Thank you, Mayor Hartke, members of the MAG Information Center Board. I appreciate the opportunity to provide a brief update on what we've been working on through the MAG Information Center. As you know, MAGIC helps us leverage our skills as an organization to assist our member agencies, private entities, and nonprofit organizations in projects that are above and beyond what's called for in the MAG work program. These are mostly larger projects that rise substantially above small or otherwise easy to accomplish requests. Next slide, please. So Read On Arizona continued to be our sole MAGIC project this past year. We've been working with Read On Arizona since 2014 on tools to support educators, parents, and decision makers regarding early childhood literacy. We've developed a couple of tools, the most prominent of which is Maplet. This is an online mapping tool that provides topics related to early childhood literacy learning, and touches on topics like chronic absence, gaps in childcare, demographic information, and school performance data. As you may recall, Lori Masur, Director of Early Learning with Read On Arizona, presented to Regional Council in June of 2024. Ms. Masur recounted the origin of Maplet. In brief, Read On had scads of data and weren't sure how they could effectively turn all of that data into actionable information. Read On staff connected with Anna Bob Bagley at a MAG Map Viewer training session, and that partnership between MAG and Read On Arizona was born there. And less than a year after that meeting, the first version of Maplet debuted. And since that time, Maplet has been used at the state and local level for educators and decision makers to get an idea of where energies need to be focused to address challenges in early childhood literacy. Next slide, please. This year's most significant addition to Maplet was the inclusion of chronic absence data. This comes to us from the Department of Education. In the coming year, we'll continue to add new features to help highlight the issue of chronic absence in Arizona schools. This is a critical indicator of student performance because chronic absence is correlated with negative educational outcomes. This is Maplet is a mature project for us now. So the inclusion of a new data set is significant. A large part of the work that goes into maintenance of Maplet is going to be small enhancements and bug fixes to make the site more effective and usable. But with each academic year, we just get a flood of new data from Department of Education and a couple of other sources. And it takes quite a lift to incorporate that into Maplet to keep the site up to date. Next slide, please. We anticipate working with Read On for the foreseeable future. Any questions related to Read On Arizona, please reach out to Terry Clark or Lori Masur. Any questions related to the Maplet application itself or the data behind that, please reach out to me or Audra. Mayor, I'm happy to take any questions on this project. This concludes my update.
Thank you so much, Jason. Do any members have questions or comments?
Through the chair.
Yes.
Could you give us an example of a success story that's come out of this partnership?
Yes, thank you, Mayor Gallego, members of the board. I think the most prominent one that comes to mind just off the top of my head is it's not necessarily an educational group, but it's Valley of the Sun United Way. They have used this to target grant funding since this application does have substantial demographic data related to populations that are in need and would be reflective of the type of populations that Valley of the Sun United Way is going to target. We also have beyond the census data that's hosted in their Maplet, we'll have library locations and other indicators from different data sources. And this really kind of helps target those areas that are going to be problematic for children. You know, in the I believe it's the K-3 demographic. Hopefully that answered your question.
Very helpful. Thank you.
I would also add that after the presentation last year at Regional Council, I understood that there were at least 2 cities that joined us Read On cities as a result of that presentation last year at Regional Council. So thank you for giving us the time for that as well.
Thank you. Hearing no further comments. Thank you, Jason. Item number 6, proposed Maricopa Association of Governments Information Center bylaws. This is on the agenda for action. Again, will be presented by Audra Koster-Thomas. Audra.
Thank you, Chairman. I understand that my audio was a little choppy before, so if you'll oblige, I'm going to keep my camera off in hopes that it'll help with communication. As with the RCP bylaws, we have also reviewed the MAGIC bylaws and identified opportunities to update. First established back in 1998 as a 501c3, as Jason has just articulated, this is often used as a vehicle to extend services to member agencies or partners, including Read On Arizona. Upon review of the bylaws, we found opportunities to include or update the bylaws, including definition of purpose, composition of the board of directors and their roles, as well as specifying meeting schedule and protocols. The proposed new bylaws were distributed with your agenda packet, and like the regional community partners, further streamline and simplify actions of the corporation and board process. This is on for recommended approval of the revised Maricopa Association of Governments Information Center bylaws. Chairman, that completes my presentation. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I know tonight when I get home and my wife asks, "How was your day?" I'm going to say, "I voted on magic bylaws." All right. Any questions or comments for Audra? We have no one addressing this. So is there a motion to approve the proposed Maricopa Association of Governments Information Center bylaws?
So moved, Mayor Hermosillo.
Thank you.
Second Gallego.
Thank you. Again, please turn on your cameras, unmute your audios. All in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed, say nay. Staff, are we still stellar?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Mayor Wheatley, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Mayor Osborne, how do you vote?
I vote aye.
Thank you. Chair, the motion passes.
Great, thank you so much. Item number 7, request for future agenda items. Anything that you would like on a future agenda? Hearing none. Item 8, comments from the boards. All right, with that, today's meeting of the Magic Board of Directors is adjourned. But wait, we have one more. We'll now convene the Regional Council Executive Committee meeting. Here I am banging my imaginary gavel one more time. I'd like to call the Regional Council Executive Committee into order. Let's start with a roll call.
Thank you, Chair. I'll go through the list of members. Please indicate if you're present when I call your name. Mayor Gallego.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Freeman.
Present.
Thank you. Chair Hartke.
Present.
Thank you. Mayor Hermosillo.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Osborne.
Present.
Thank you. Mayor Wires.
Aye, Mayor.
Thank you. Mayor Wheatley. Mayor Wheatley. Chair, we have quorum.
All right, thank you so much. Where are we at? Item number 2 with call to the audience here, Steph.
Thank you, Chair. We received one online comment for the executive committee, and that was shared electronically of the executive committee prior to the meeting.
Okay, thank you so much. There's no information items on 3. Item number 4, 4A through 4H are consent agenda items. Do any members of the committee have questions or request a presentation on any of these items? Hearing none. Is there a motion to approve consent items 4A through 4H?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Second, Mayor Hermosillo.
All right, first by the unidentified guy from Buckeye. Thank you, Mayor Hermosillo, for the second. Please turn on your cameras. We'll do all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye.
And
Those
Mayor
opposed-
Mayor
ahead.
Wheatley is present. I apologize. I couldn't get my button turned on quick enough.
Great. Okay, well, you're not getting them turned on, didn't put any buttons on me, so you were all good. All right, we have all ayes, all opposed say nay. None. All right, staff, how did we do?
Everybody had their cameras and mics on, and the motion carries, Chair.
Great. Okay, 4A, approval of the, oh, wait a second. We already just did that. You're kind of scooting through these. Item number 5, Executive Director's Report. Mr. Zerker.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Very quickly, we very much appreciate your time today. We're trying to keep it as short as we can. What you did today allows us to receive about $1 million of outside funding for important programs in the region for housing, education, and senior programs. So thank you for your time for that. And also, as Audra noted, the cleanup of the bylaws will mean that you can have fewer of these meetings in the future based on following the bylaws. So thank you for your time in that. The only other thing I would mention was that last week, MAG was the recipient of a national award from the National Association of Regional Councils, the unfortunately acronymed NARC, but unfortunately recognized the Regional Strategic Transportation Infrastructure Investment Plan, also known by us as the 479 Plan, as an award winner nationally for quality in regional planning. So thank you for your effort into that, and congratulations for the recognition of the work you put into that. With that, Mayor, we will wish everyone the ability to stay cool this week, and look forward to seeing people next week when we convene. That's my executive director's report, and happy to answer any questions, or we can go to the legislative report.
Any questions? All right. Thank you, Ed. Item number 6, legislative update. Samantha Klakalak.
Good afternoon, Chair Hartkey, members of Regional Council Executive Committee. We are in our 23rd week of our legislative session. As I'm sure all of you are aware, the House convened last Wednesday to introduce their budget bills, with the House Appropriations Committee meeting on Thursday to vote on those, and they took them to the floor for a cow and third read hearing on Friday, June 13th, going into the later hours of the evening. The Senate has been on a multi-week recess, with talks of coming back this week to hear their proposed budget bills, of which they have been in negotiations with the governor's office. With that, the update on the bills that we are still tracking: on Friday, HCR 2035 and the companion SCR 1004 vehicle mileage tracking tax prohibitions were third read and flipped in the House, as the floor, again, like I had mentioned, lasted into the late hours of the evening. This resolution was passed at around between 9 and 9:30. It was passed with 31 yes votes and 29 members not voting. The resolution will be sent to the ballot during the next general election. Again, this measure now, if approved by voters, could be a potential roadblock in the ability to modernize future funding for the declining HERF revenues, as well as impacting MAG's air quality efforts and planning. That completes my report, Chair, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
I've got one question. I've seen the animal pet cruelty bill still banging around down there. What's any action on that today?
Chair Hartkey, there hasn't been any floor agendas dropped as of yet, so I will keep a lookout, and if there's any action, I'll be sure to reach out.
Okay, thank you. Any additional questions for Samantha? Thank you. Item number 7, request for future agenda items. Item number 8, comments from the committee. I'm just curious, is anyone else from here going to Tampa with U.S. Conference of Mayors?
It will be.
I will
Okay.
be.
All right, that'll be 3 of us. Great. Well, thank you all. Any additional comments or announcements? Hearing none, thank you all. Our next meeting, the regular Council Exec Committee, will be Monday, August 18th at 12 p.m. Enjoy your July, and I'll see several of you in Tampa. Our meeting is